Okay, this is sort of a secret, and I did not hear of this until I came to Alabama. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Gracie. I'm a freshman at the University of Alabama, and whether you stumbled upon this video because you're already subscribed to me or you're not subscribed to me, whatever the case, if you aren't subscribed, I do recommend you subscribe down below. Anyway, whether you've reached this video because you're at another school, or you're going to another school, or whether you are coming to the University of Alabama, today I'm going to give you some tips on living in Pres. I do live in one of the Pres buildings. I absolutely love it. I wrote it down here, but like 10 out of 10, the best decision I could have made on where to live. For those of you who have been asking me a lot, I did have the second pick day, which I think last year was like May 3rd, May 5th, because of priority housing. There still were so many options in Pres, so don't worry. But the suite styles are presidential, lakeside, riverside, and if you're in the honors college, Ridgecrest. I believe those are all of the suite style dorms on campus. Any one of those this pretty much applies to, but I thought I would just give you my best tips and tricks, things that nobody told me before I came here and that I sort of wish that I knew and that I've learned along the way and found out. And I wanted to give you guys these helpful tips because moving to college is scary, but it is absolutely incredible at the same time. So let's get into it. Okay, the first thing I have for you is to get mini fans. I feel like this applies to anybody who's living in a dorm. If you control your own AC in your room, but it doesn't get like cold and circulating enough if you're used to a fan in your room. There's two little fans attached to the end of my bed, at the front and at the bottom, and I just turn them on at night and it makes it really cool in here, and I really like that. So my biggest tip is if you like it to be cold or sort of cooler when you're sleeping and not super hot, I definitely recommend to get these clip-on fans. I'll put the link in the description box down below. I got them off of Amazon. So yeah, the next tip I have, and I feel like I have a video on my Snapchat somewhere I can insert in here, there are always weird things in the stairwell. People will throw like pizza everywhere, and I don't even know what was in the stairwell the other day, but it kind of gets gross in the stairwells, especially over the weekend, because the people who clean only clean over the week or on the weekdays. But just be warned, there are things in there and to be prepared and not to step on them. Okay, this is a big tip. I'm sure you hear from everybody, but make friends with your homemates. It's more difficult not being in a traditional style dorm to make friends because you don't necessarily want to leave your whole front door open, like where your TV is, your living room, and your couch is, whatever. And I feel like for us, first couple weeks, my one roommate who actually ended up moving out, wanted to like keep the door locked at all times, and I'm not like that at all. So I feel like we sort of struggled in the beginning of the year to make a lot of friends, but now we've been keeping our door locked and people come by now. But we made like pretty good friends with the boys next door. Yes, it is a co-ed dorm. You can have boys living on either side of you, just not in, of course, your same room. So the room next door is all boys and we have girls on the other side of us, and there's boys all over the place and whatever, but we make really good guy friends that way, especially guy friends who are in other fraternities, and it's really cool to just connect with people. But definitely be friendly, and keep your stuff unlocked and just make friends with your homemates because sometimes it's really useful. Okay, this is sort of a secret, and I did not hear of this until I came to Alabama and realized, but I'm going to tell you now because I know that you haven't picked rooms yet if you're seeing this when I uploaded it. The 7th floor rooms in presidential are bigger. And I didn't believe this when somebody told me until one of my friends, oh, I live in the 7th floor, and I was like, I need to see this. Everything is like a little bit longer, so the rooms are all slightly bigger, even the smaller of the indoor rooms. So if you do have that option, live on the 7th floor. I'm a little jealous. Obviously every room is still huge in this dorm. Like, I feel like I have a big room for being in a dorm, but if you do like things a little bigger and you have the option, like, why not? That being said, there are 4 rooms in each of them, unless you do a 2-person room, which I'm not really sure exactly how that works. But in the 4-person rooms, A and D are bigger than B and C. I live in a D room, so like I have the bigger room, whereas like the C room next door to me is laid out a bit differently. It has this like protruding, not pole, but like kind of box coming out of it that makes it, I guess, more difficult to place things, therefore like making it smaller. So if you do have the option, I would definitely say go with A or D. And if you don't, like, obviously my roommates have the smaller rooms and they completely fit their stuff in there. I'm just an overpacker. I like to have this thing behind me, this cube storage unit, which I love, by the way, and that would only fit, honestly, I think, if I had this room. So there's that. Like I said, there's always weird things in the stairwell, and that's a result from parties. Yes, college parties do happen and you'll hear it down the halls. We really haven't had a time where I've not been able to sleep because of it, because usually it's people like partying before they go out and whatever, so like by the time I want to go to bed it's stopped. But it can happen, and it does. Surprise. Like, nobody really actually admits that online. Like, you always think about it, but I really have never watched a video where somebody's like, yep, it happens. So here I'm telling you, yep, it happens. Get a rolling laundry basket. I know I talked about this in my college essentials video. There's my rolling laundry basket literally right there. It is the best thing. I don't have to carry a laundry basket, you know, across the hall, down the stairs, or like bring it in the elevator or anything. Laundry room is located on the 3rd floor. I'm not on the 3rd floor. So I can't just like walk down the hall. So I suggest if you're not living on the 3rd floor, especially, like, get a rolling one. People look at me all the time and be like, man, I wish I got a rolling one. I'm like, bring a good vacuum. The carpets in presidential really stink. Like, not smell, but like things catch on them and it's hard to like get things off. And you know, really good vacuum to clean off the floor. Like, I'm looking at the floor around me, and even though it's like clean, there's still so much stuff all over it. And this is what I mean with making good friends with your homies, because some girls the other night like asked to borrow our vacuum and we said yes, and they never brought it back. So hi, if you're watching this, you have our vacuum, please bring it back. So we're obviously good friends with the boys next door, and their parents got them like a heavy duty, you know, vacuum. So we use that one a lot. I also suggest getting a rug. I have a pink rug in my room. It just makes my room so much more comfortable. I think I got it for like $50 at Target, so not even, you don't even have to go break the bank. And it definitely helps with like all the stuff on the floor. If you're gonna go Greek, which I highly, 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 highly encourage you to go Greek. Going Greek is one of the best decisions of my whole life. You will not really be eating in your room. The only time that you do not get fed is Friday dinner, Saturday, and Sunday. So, and most of the times, like, you'll go use your dining dollars or your Bama cash, and like, you won't really eat in here. That being said, don't bring like pots and pans unless you know you're for sure gonna use them. I mean, like, during the year we wanted to make cookies, so like I went out and I bought a cookie sheet for $5 at Target instead of like bringing one. I know that like we haven't used any of our supplies. And that being said, don't bring actual plates and well, maybe cups, but like plates and silverware. I have all kinds of plates and silverware, and man, I wish I just bought like a pack of plastic silverware and paper plates, which sounds really wasteful, but sometimes life can get hectic, and like not having a dishwasher is kind of weird. So like, I don't know, I find that it would have been so much easier if I didn't bring actual things. So if you haven't already bought them, don't buy them. Just bring paper and plastic, because I promise you, the occasional times that you do use them, you'll be so grateful to just be able to throw it away. One of my last tips is to think smart about your storage options. You are still living in a dorm, even though you are living in Pres. And like I said, I have this 12 cube storage unit, and I really only use 6 of the cubes to store stuff, and the other stuff is like fun little kitschy things. But that has helped so much, especially if you're like me and you overpack and you have so many clothes. This has saved my life. If I didn't have this storage option, like, first of all, I don't even know what I'd put against this wall, but second of all, I just have way too much stuff. Like, I would have no room for that. Along the back of my door, I have shoe storage, because I have a lot of shoes and I like to keep them up there. So I definitely recommend you think smart about your options, about things that you bring. Lots of bins, cube unit if you can, for all kinds of storage. The thing I have is to bring a like full-length mirror for your bathroom. I cannot tell you how many times my friends come in here just to like look at their clothes in that full-length mirror. It was like $5.99 I think at Target. We bought it during move-in, and it's great. Like, I have one hanging on the back of my door, but there's something about it being in the bathroom that just makes it so much better, and you can like see your full outfit and like take pics or whatever you want to do in your outfit. But I love having that. So after everything I've said, what people do not tell you is that living in Pres is so much better than living anywhere else. There's so many girls on the Facebook group and all that who were pushing me to live in Tut, and nothing against that. Obviously I don't live in there, I don't have that experience, but having the experience of not living there, I do know that I couldn't imagine anything being better than this. Like having your own room, having roommates. I'm gonna be doing a video really soon about questions to ask your roommates and how to get to know your roommates, because I'm not gonna lie, like we had some roommate issues and it happens to everybody, but like I feel like there are ways to avoid it. 2 of my roommates ended up moving out. It's only 2 of us are original. The room next door to me is now empty, and the one across the hall is with our obviously amazing roommate Faith, who we now love. But I definitely think that there were miscommunications in the beginning of the year on how we actually wanted to do things temperature wise in the room and all kinds of stuff, so I definitely want to get into that in another video. I'm fortunate enough to still like be friends with my roommate who moved out, like who I shared a bathroom with, Ryan, who I love so much. But you know, there were just things that went on with her and my other 2 roommates, and she had to get out of here for like her own well-being and whatever. But I'm still, you know, we're still good, but I definitely think there are things I need to talk about in a video like that, so stick around. If you want to see more videos like that, you can subscribe down below as well. I do so many videos because I just love going to school here, and I want you guys all to know how amazing it is. Anyway, those are things that people don't tell you in press. There are definitely some shocking factors. Your bathroom counter gets dirty really easily. Make sure you have Lysol wipes. There are so many things that are so amazing about press, and I highly recommend, if you want to live in a sweet south dorm, do it. I love having my own space. Obviously for me, I can film my own videos in here and do whatever, but it's just a place to escape. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it and you're inspired. I don't know if my comments are up yet anymore. There's been a lot of things with the YouTube algorithm that I've just kind of gotten roped into. I'm not a minor. Nobody in my video is a minor, but somehow I'm in this. So I don't really know. If you need to reach me, you can always DM me on Instagram. It's really difficult for me to answer Instagram DMs, but at least know that I see them and I will address them in a future video. But yeah, that's it. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to bring you guys so many more sit-down videos about Alabama, just because I know it's getting to the time where you're trying to pick things and do your schedule and bail about and all kinds of stuff, and it's just crazy that my freshman year is almost over. Blows my mind. But anyway, sorry for all the rambling. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe down below, and I will see you guys so soon. Bye.